The Rubik's Cube. Is there a more elegant puzzle? I remember as a child playing with these things when I'd see one sitting on someone's desk. I understood the point was to get all the colors on the same side, but I could never quite get all the sides. I could get one side, and if I was lucky, I could get another, but I could never get it completely solved. Most other people couldn't solve it either, so I was in good company. But I didn't own a Rubik's Cube. That changed in high school. A friend of mine bought one, and I was like, you know what, I should buy one. So I went to the toy store at the mall, and I bought one. So I mixed it up, and I followed the instructions in the booklet that you get, but for the life of me, I couldn't get it solved. I had to let the internet solve it. But I did manage to solve it later that week. You see, I was on my way to Glorieta for a summer church camp, and it's a long drive from San Antonio to New Mexico, and I spent the first half of that trip twisting and turning. The moment I finally solved it, it felt like the greatest thing I had accomplished in the 16 years I'd been alive. And by the end of the week, I'd actually begun to memorize the moves and could solve it substantially faster than, you know, hours. And by the end of the year, I could do it in under 5 minutes. I mean, that's not fast, but for me, it was an accomplishment. I mean, I've gotten faster, and right now I can probably solve it in about a minute and a half if everything kind of lines up right, which still isn't fast given that the world record is, you know, just over 5 seconds. The thing about solving this thing is that it relaxes me. It actually does. It sounds strange, but solving this puzzle forces me to focus exclusively on the puzzle and not, say, I don't know, the airplane I'm in leaving the ground and going into the air. If I get stressed, I can just grab a cube, scramble it up, and start solving it, and it actually can relieve that stress. This cube is my stress ball. But there's more than that. There's an elegance to solving this Rubik's Cube that few can master. Watching someone skilled, not me, solve this cube is impressive. It's like magic. Right now I'm using Yangzhen Guanlong. As it turns out, there are a lot of Chinese manufacturers who make substantially better cubes than the official version. Although, to be fair, I haven't used the current version of the official cube to compare. See, I went on a search to find a new cube because my old one is kind of hard to turn and the stickers are fading and, well, I needed a new one. And through a bit of odd circumstance, I wound up with this one. I mean, it's only $4 or $5 at most cube stores online, so it's not like it's the top of the line, but it works for me. It's also a millimeter smaller than the official one at 56 millimeters versus 57 millimeters. I find the smaller size more to my liking, but then again, I haven't used a really good 57 millimeter cube to know the difference. The only thing I don't like are the yellow stickers. If they're not in direct light, it can be hard to tell them apart from the white stickers. I may re-sticker it, but I haven't decided. Currently, I'm using the Petrus method to solve this cube. Now, this is a corners first method where you get one corner here, and then you get this side over here, and then you solve the rest of the layer, and then you do the bottom layer. For the bottom layer, I do use some different algorithms from some different methods, so it's not a true Petrus. I know it's not the fastest method out there, although it can be reasonably quick, but it requires far less memorization of algorithms, so it's perfect for me. I have attempted to learn a few of the other methods that are out there, but the Petrus just kind of clicks with me, especially for the top 2 layers. Then again, I don't want to be the fastest. I just want to be magic.